We're going to hear from Kyle Kalinsky on the Briahna Joy Gray show called Bad Faith YouTube channel. Check it out. Here's Kyle Kalinsky talking about how we got the women's right to vote.
Realize how pie in the sky and idealistic that is? You can make the same argument, imagine in 1918, talking about a woman's right to vote.
Right.
Somebody could laugh at you and say, what do you mean women's right to vote?
And they did.
They haven't voted this entire time. What are you talking about?
And they did. The year before suffrage, they had a vote on suffrage that failed, a floor vote on suffrage, and then the next year it generated the kind of activism and attention to the issue that they were able to get it the next year.
So, and listen.
That is a huge point. I don't know if you heard what Briahna Joy Gray just said, but she said, I've heard both of these arguments, so I'm going to analyze who is right, Briahna Joy Gray or Hassan Abi. Hassan Abi had said that Jimmy Dore was right, that there was an aesthetic vote for the women's right to vote. So it was just an aesthetic vote. They didn't think it would go, and then it went up, and then it failed, and then later on it wound up passing. And then Briahna Joy Gray, however, said that there was mobilizing, there was organizing. So did women get the right to vote because of mass organizing and mass mobilization, or was it just some parliamentary trick that just kind of happened? They put up the vote, and then they were kind of stuck with having to vote for it. What actually happened? What went down? So let me tell you, on January 12th, 1915, there was a vote for women's right to vote. The House of Representatives did not pass it. 204 said, fuck women's right to vote, and 174 says, what is your problem? This is America. Women are people, they take care of our children. They can't vote. And so I don't know much about the 1915 vote, but I know that it gets silent until 1918, and then 1919, and then 1920. So there's 3 years where ain't shit happening. So to me it looks like 1915 was the symbolic vote. The symbolic vote is the performance art piece, the interpretive dance, right? So this is just the Rosa Parks, just the Tiananmen Square tank man kind of showmanship, right? So both of Briahna Joy Gray and Hassan Abi are going to be right because this is the aesthetic vote and Jimmy Dore, right? Everybody's right. Everybody is right. Everybody's a winner. Everybody gets a car. It's under your chair. 1918, Woodrow Wilson is going to push for the women's right to vote. It's going to pass the House by one vote, and then it's going to go to the Senate September 30th, 1918. The Senate fails to pass it. You got to get 2/3. It's an amendment 2/3. It didn't get 2 votes. It lost by 2 votes. February 10th, 1919. Again, the Senate fails. So this has taken fucking forever, right? 1918, the House passes it. There was a vote in the Senate in 1918, but it failed. And then February, so about 6 months later in 1919, it fails again. And the elections are coming up. 1920 elections are coming up. It's 100 years ago all this shit was happening. So you had the symbolic vote, right? You said, all right, let's just put it up. Let's see what the fuck happens, right? In 1915, just, who gives a shit? Let's just put it up there, see what happens, right? May 21st, 1919. Okay, so now Woodrow Wilson, 1920 elections are coming up. They're freaking the fuck out, right? So there's a lot of pressure to get this shit done so they can go home and brag home, to their constituents that we got some major shit done. May 21st, 1919. The House again passes the women's right to vote. Then June 4th, 1919, the Senate says yes. So then it's passed. So there was the aesthetic vote, right? There was the performance art piece. There was, let's just put it up and see what the fuck happens, right? Just shoot the 3-point shot, see if it goes in. If it misses, okay, we lost the game, but if we don't even take the damn shot, we're going to lose the game anyway. So fucking take the 3-point shot. You got a chance. Maybe, it might get the rebound, pop it back out, get another 3-point shot in there. So there was the aesthetic vote, but then there's also 1918, 1919, 1920. So 36 states are going to ratify it by August 18th, 1920, and then that gets ready for the women can now vote in 1920. The elections of 1920 was the first elections in America where women could vote. So, the amendment, what was it, the 19th Amendment got passed. Women's right to vote. What was the 19th, right? That would be... Woo! So who's right? Both are. You need mass organizing and mobilizing, and you need the aesthetic vote. Yeah, 1915 failed, but within 5 years, women got the right to vote. So, okay, put Medicare up for now. 5 years now, 5 years from now, we'll actually have Medicare for all. That's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario, the House, which is run by the Democrats, pass Medicare for all the way that they want it, craft it how they want it, Bernie care all the way, single payer, throw it to the Senate, and then it's a 50-50 toss over there. It's a coin toss in the Senate. I think that's worth it. I think that's a good chance. 50-50 chance. That's like giving it to Jordan. Hey, Jordan, shoot that three-point shot, or even better, Larry Bird. I'm just kidding. Whoever, give it to the fucking superstar that could fucking do it. And then make sure you got your rebounders, and then make sure you pop it out. You might need to do another chance, right? You got 5 seconds. You got to get a three-point shot in. Maybe another shot, but you won't be able to get maybe one more. So Medicare for all, reparations, I think Green New Deal. Fucking Hail Mary pass. Green New Deal. Tell AOC to get her fucking plan enacted. She should be the fucking speaker. What the fuck's the matter with her? She ain't ready. We don't give a fuck. You're the speaker. Get ready. Go with what you know. You can do it. You'd be great. What am I saying? I say women's right to vote. What am I saying here? So, yeah, everybody's right. It's fantastic. And, let's just learn to love each other, everybody.
Listen, I don't know if people will find this controversial if I say it, but I'm going to say it because I think it's true. I really do think that universal health care is on the same moral plane as ending segregation and getting women the right to vote. I really do. For some reason...
And it's more popular.
Yes, right. But for some reason, the default assumption from a lot of people is that somehow...
No, I think universal basic income, either land reform, universal basic income, that seems to be way better to me. So, yeah. Happy holidays, everybody.